When we dance, especially in social settings, what looks good are effortless movements that are done correctly, meaning with rhythm. They have to be in sync with the music. They have to look effortless on you. They have to look energetic. So I'm going to break everything down. So next time you go out, you know exactly what to do. Okay, let's start with the dance moves. Now I know it's tempting to do those complex, advanced looking movements, those interesting moves, but please understand that if you're a beginner and you cannot make easy, basic moves look natural and effortless, attempting the moves that are a little bit more complicated will be a disaster. So we have to start simple. We'll start with the basics. I'll teach you 4 moves. Some moves will be more neutral, some moves will be with the hips, so you can choose what you like. I try to include both like masculine, feminine versions and everything in between, so feel free to pick. Of course, you can do all of them. I do all of them. The first movement, we'll start with footwork, neutral movement, heel out. If you don't know what to do on the dance floor, do this. Why I like this movement is not only because you are moving the feet and we will match it to the beat so you can dance with rhythm, but because the heel is turning, it's turning your torso for you. You don't have to think about it, yet there is more going on than just the footwork. Usually when we have steps, let's say like a step forward, and we don't move the torso, everything will look more stiff. So I like that in this move, we have a little bit of groove, a little bit of smoothness already built in. So we don't have to like turn the torso ourselves. It's done for us. What is happening here is on the snare drum, I'm going to be turning the heel out, then stopping in the middle, and then going the other way. 1, 2, 1, 2, and let the torso do the twist that it wants to do. But this is all of it. That's it. Keep the legs relaxed, don't lock the knees, keep the knees, they can be slightly bent, don't do it on straight legs, and that's our move number 1. Movement number 2, very simple, also in place, but this time we'll move the hips. So dip, I'm sure you're familiar with it if you have been on my channel for a while, but it's one of those movements that are very like feminine, very smooth, yet not too overly like sexy and bring attention to you. So we're going to go down, bending both knees, and as you come up, you're going to push the hip to the side. For now, I want you to exaggerate, so literally push until you feel the stretch on the side, and then go the other way. As you come up, push. So we create this U shape. Down, up, down, up. Now I want you to focus on the hips because I don't want it to be about the knees, because I can do it this way and it becomes something else. It's no longer smooth. So start the movement by paying attention to that U shape and create it with a hip. So think of it as you have to swing the hips side to side. The knees will follow, but it starts here. Movement number 3, this is one more movement that's stationary, that's in place. And then again, neutral one, anyone can do that. We're just going to shift weight. One of those movements that if you do them on the dance floor, if you do this type of movement on the dance floor, it won't bring attention to you. So all we're doing is we're shifting weight from one leg to the other, any direction that you want. I want you to angle the torso a little bit, either inwards or outwards, doesn't matter. Just let the torso go whichever way, but you'll see that this looks so much better than just doing the shift and nothing else. So this is the third movement, and finally this time we'll move more. We'll travel side to side. I want us to do a 2-step. Okay, so we're going to go open, close, and keep this one small. Keep it shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit more, but don't exaggerate, because usually this is what beginners like to do. We want the step to be small. And then, again, let's see if we can add the torso. As you're walking in one direction, so to your left, you're going to drop your shoulder, your left shoulder. This will create that lean with the torso. And then as you bring the foot in, just straighten up. Down, the other way, up. So the step and the lean down, they happen at the same time. We have 1, 2, 1, 2. See, again, one of those smooth movements, effortless moves, not too complicated. You'll be able to blend in and look good doing it. Now, once we know the movements, we have to be able to match them to the music, to the beat correctly, and I'll show you how to do it. We're going to be looking for the loudest beat, which is a snare drum. Usually it sounds like a snap or a clap, but basically it's like a drum, so it's a hit. It's the loudest one in the song, and in this song, it's going to be right here. All right, let's see. The first movement, remember I said to turn the heel out on that snare drum, on that loudest beat, so let's do it. Then, second move, we were moving the hips. We will do the swing, and here, up on the snare. 1, 2, 1, 2. Treat the snare as your deadline. By that time, you have to complete that dip and come up. Nice. Move number 3. Remember, we were just shifting weight. And here, staying on beat is not that important because it's like the swaying, continuous movement. But just for reference, what I'm doing is I'm going to the side on the snare. You can do it slower or faster. With this one, it doesn't really matter. Remember, we can add the twist whichever way. I can change the past. Don't want to complicate things. And last option, let's start with the feet, open, close, 2 steps. One, two, 1, 2, and then add the dip with the torso. Dip down, come up, down, come up. So you see, this is how we match the movements correctly to the music. Because again, it doesn't matter how many moves you know, how fancy they are. If you cannot do them correctly to the beat, they are not going to look good. And instead of blending in with others on the dance floor and dancing without embarrassing yourself, you will be embarrassing yourself, okay? So very important to match those movements correctly to the music. And let's look at how we can make those movements look even better. So usually what makes each movement look good is being able to move and add different layers to it, move different things at the same time. Because like I told you, if you're just moving the feet and nothing else is moving, your arms are like that and just your feet go, it looks totally different, it looks awkward. But then adding those different layers, different body parts, it does require us to have coordination, to have that body control, to easily manipulate different things and put them together and make it look effortless. If you need help with coordination, I did a video on that, I will link it below, very helpful. Actually, I have a whole playlist, so this will help. But since when you're on the dance floor and it's crowded, when it's darker, people mostly see the upper body, the arms especially. Let me show you how you can make those movements look better by adding the arm moves to them. And this is my little trick. I don't think I shared it before. We don't need to add the arm moves to every single movement because again, it makes it harder to not only stay on beat, it makes it harder to transition from one move to the next. It will make you look more focused because now you have more things to worry about. So my little trick is picking one of the, let's say, 4 moves we just did, being able to add the arms to that one move, and then kind of mixing it in with everything else. So let's say for the 3 moves, you're not moving the arms, they can just chill here, they can be bent. But for one of those 4 movements, you are good at adding the arms and that's what you're doing. So if you do like a whole mix, it will still look like you're moving the arms from time to time, you're not just like weirdly having them hang there. It will still look interesting, but it's less stressful, okay? So this is what I want you to do. Out of those 4 steps, pick the one that was the easiest for you to do. Let's say with the example of this one, if you like to do the hips, because we're not moving the feet, so already we don't have a lot to worry about in this one. The easiest thing I like to do is bring the arms up and down. Doesn't matter which way. The pathway can be straight arms in front of you. It can be by your sides, going slowly, keeping them up for a few seconds, bring them down. It can be out to the side. Just make sure you have room so you're not bump into someone else. But bring the arms up and down. This will take some practice. It's not going to happen after watching this video, but it will give you ideas on what to work on. Or if you prefer more groovy movements, such as the heel out I did, what you can do is, for example, cross open. This is simple enough. You can play around with this one, change layers, levels. That's what I was trying to say. So go lower with the cross, higher. It's still the same move, still fairly easy to combine it with the footwork, still will look good. And then what you do is, like I said, doing the 4 movements, but only adding the arms with one of them. I'll show you very quickly with music. So you see how here I only move the arms with one footwork option and nothing else. The rest of the dancing, the arms were just resting. That's how you can start. Eventually, when your coordination is good, of course, you can add the arms all the time to every movement. But I think even if you just do this, it will look great. And if you need help with this, with having the skills, having the confidence to dance at every social event that you're invited to, I invite you to book a free strategy call with me at a link below to see if I can help you achieve your dance goals in my online program. The results of this program are like nothing I've seen before. Total beginners with zero confidence, zero skills start to enjoy dancing in public, are excited to do so, and they know they look amazing. And that is it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me know if you want more videos like this and tell me what you liked, what you didn't like about it. Give this video a like if you liked it, subscribe for more videos, and I'm going to see you very soon in my next tutorial. Bye guys!